Kathy Vaughn was driving her truck on a day like any other day, when suddenly it began to fill with fumes and clouds of thick black smoke. Kathy is paralyzed from the waist down due to multiple sclerosis, and she soon began to realize that she was a prisoner in her own car that was minutes away from lighting on fire. She fumbled around for her wheelchair and for the door, but she couldn't see because of smoke, and she was starting to go unconscious. When accepting her fate and realizing that there was no way out, her hero grabbed her by the ankle and dragged her 10 feet away, seconds before the truck burst into flames. Kathy was dragged further to a nearby ditch to protect her from debris. Then, when realizing she was still too close, she was dragged another 40 feet to where she was safe, right before the explosion blew up the entire car. Who saved Kathy? Who was this heroic figure that risked their life for hers? This hero is Kathy's dog, Eve. Eve jumped out of the passenger window, got Kathy's door open, dragged her out of the car and into a ditch, and then offered up her collar and dragged her another 40 feet to get away from the explosion. This article from the Dog Hero, a true animal story, shows the greatest example of how dogs and humans have a relationship like no other and how they truly benefit human life. While my dogs have never saved a life or done anything heroic other than chasing squirrels and barking at people outside, they do bring lots of love and joy to my family. If any of you have seen the show The Dog Whisperer, you will know the famous trainer Cesar Millan, and his quote is, "Dogs don't rationalize. They don't hold anything against a person. They don't see the outside of a human, but the inside of a human." Humans and dogs have shared a symbiotic relationship for centuries. This relationship dates back to 1,200 years ago in a small village in southwestern Iraq, where dogs were first seen domesticated according to the evolution of natural history of dogs. Before they could be domesticated, Peter Smith, a former conservation biologist, predicts that wolves transformed into dogs 130,000 years ago. He stated, quote, "The deep, deep connection has existed between man and wolves, now our dogs, for many tens of thousands of years, and this is why we love dogs so much. They are part of our own evolution into a modern society." Now, Smith provides two theories of how dogs and humans became acquainted. His first theory is that hunters took baby wolf cubs and raised them as pets and then domesticated them. And his second theory is that wolves just simply started following humans and then domesticated themselves. Humans later found in the 19th century that they could start breeding dogs for very, very specific reasons and that they become useful. Now, a great example is German Shepherds. Because German Shepherds are intelligent, steady, and have endurance, they were bred in 1889 to herd sheep. Another example, and one that hits a little bit more close to home, is the poodle. Now, here's my poodle. Now, she spends most of her day laying on her fuzzy bed and having people scratch her tummy and beg for milk bones. So I was wondering, when did my dog ever have actual potential in life? I was very, very curious. After reading the American Kennel Club online, I found out that poodles originated in Germany. And in German, the word poodle stands for to splash in water. I'll put her down now. They were bred to be retrievers, where the hunters would shoot ducks and they would swim in the water and retrieve the ducks and bring them back. Now, as many of you have probably seen on dog shows, this is the traditional cut of a poodle. It might look a little frou-frou, and while my dog looks like a toilet brush and nothing like this, this is actually for a certain reason. As you can see, the puffy hair is all around their vital organs. That was to keep them warm while they swam in the water, where other parts were shaved down to keep them agile and so that they wouldn't get caught on sticks while swimming. Dogs have been helping humans with laborious work for centuries, and while there are still many farm dogs and outdoor work dogs, today they help us in much more emotional ways, and they serve as our companions. According to Statista.com, there are 75 million dogs living in households in the United States. The help guides studies show that owners with dogs are less likely to have depression, and they are likely to have lower stress. This is due to the dopamine that is created when we pet and love on dogs. Loving on dogs also fills one of the greatest human needs, which is the need for touch. Now, other than filling many households in America with love, dogs also have a huge responsibility in the community. Because the need for touch is so important to human health, therapy dogs have made a huge impact. I saw this firsthand in college this year when they brought therapy dogs into the libraries and into dorms when we were studying for finals. The mood was so tense and stressful when we were all studying, but right when those cute little dogs walked in the door, everyone just lit up and started loving on them and petting them, and the entire room was just full of joy. And we all realized this is just finals, we can get through it, and we can do it when we have cute dogs around us. Service dogs are another huge thing that leads our society, and they help people with disabilities live a more normal life. This is Kelly. She's a service dog in Wisconsin. She is what are they called? A mobility dog. And according to DearSFostersmith.com, mobility dogs, quote, are taught to turn on light switches, open doors, carry items in backpacks, bark for alert, pick up things that are dropped or out of reach, pull wheelchairs, and help a person rise from a sitting position. They are also taught to open drawers, place or remove clothes from a washer or dryer, and assist with grocery shopping. I think I need a therapy dog. Dogs help us in so many ways, from helping early hunters to becoming man's best friend. And humans have shared a special bond with them for thousands of years. It is amazing to see the ways that dogs have adapted to us and how they help people in so many ways and how they even save lives. So when you go home tonight, grab your furry friend, give them a kiss, and say thank you.